I accepted a job to photograph abandoned towns for a travel magazine, and the last location on my list was Ashford, Colorado, a mining town that was evacuated in 1987 after the mine collapsed. When I arrived at sunset, I expected to find a dark and empty town, but instead, every single streetlight was on, glowing bright white against the orange sky, even though there was no power grid for 50 miles. I drove through the empty streets and noticed that the houses looked lived in, with curtains in the windows and smoke coming from chimneys, but there was not a single car or person anywhere in the entire town. I parked at the town square and set up my camera, and as I was taking photos, I heard footsteps behind me, but when I turned around, the street was still completely empty and the only sound was the buzzing of the streetlights. I checked into the only hotel that looked open, and the clerk gave me room 7 and told me not to go outside after 11 p.m. because the town was busy at night. At exactly 11 p.m., I heard music coming from outside, and when I looked out the window, the streets were full of people from 1987 wearing old clothes and walking to the bar like it was a normal Friday night. I ran downstairs to join them, but the hotel lobby was empty, and when I opened the front door, the street was empty again, and all the streetlights were still on, buzzing louder than before. I spent the whole night watching from my window as the ghost town came alive at 11 p.m. and disappeared at 4 a.m., and every night it was the same people doing the same things in the same order. On the 4th night, I saw myself in the crowd, wearing the same jacket I was wearing now, walking into the bar at 11:03 p.m. and never coming out again. I ran outside at 11:04 p.m. and grabbed my other self by the shoulder, and he turned around and said, "You shouldn't have stayed past 11. And then the streetlights all turned off at once. When they turned back on, the town was empty again, and my car was gone. And I was standing alone in room 7 of the hotel with my camera and photos of a town that had been empty since 1987. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like the video.